Once again, here we are with another episode. One more week down. Who knows how many
One more week down. Well, you're counting the time to your death, or what?
Yeah, just, in general. It's just another week. We've made it,
Did you watch me talk about any of the Finkelstein lawsuit stuff?
I mean, like a month ago, 2 months ago, with him, like the dudes that were like writing for his Substack, and they were like, technically in the right and everything like that. What is there new developments?
I'm not sure yet if they're technically in the right. There's a chance that Finkelstein could be in the right, but it's just funny that when he is talking about himself constantly, he like always alludes to the fact that he doesn't have much time on this earth left. Like he says it in a lot of his emails. He's like, since I'm not going to be around for much longer, I don't care about the money. Like he's like planning on dying. It's very weird.
No, that's not me. I just
well, I didn't say it was.
I was more so you. Like I thought you're going to be killed soon, because you just fight with everyone.
Okay.
So like another week, we're here. Congrats. It's like good news for both of us. So
I will never die.
Never.
No.
We might be in the golden age. The problem is I feel like we're going to be 80 years old.
Oh, no, I just meant that like behind my registered agent, I list my primary address as your address and all my business records. So if your house gets blown up, then I'll just move immediately to avoid whoever's going after me.
Assassins, as we now see, when they go after CEOs, don't usually... I mean, maybe if like the Russia's coming after us, we have to worry about like a scooter bomb or something. But in general, I think it's typically people with like a pistol or something. Apparently that guy, he 3D printed the entire pistol except for the barrel. Because you can just buy a barrel online. That's like... I think the one thing you're not supposed to be able to buy is the trigger assembly? That's the part that is regulated, right? On a gun. On a pistol.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't either.
It's whatever, I guess it's whatever part has a serial number on it, would be my guess. I don't know if that's the lower receiver or what.
The slide?
Oh yeah, well, no, there is a serial number on the slide, that's true. The slide shouldn't be the regulated part.
Yeah, because I know you can buy a new slide.
You should, I wonder if the engraving is on both parts.
Let's see. P3, no, you know what? It's not on the slide. It's on the ejector thing. No, it is on the barrel.
It shouldn't be on the, no, it's not on the barrel. I'm taking apart my Glock. There's no serial number.
It's on the end of the barrel. I feel like it is.
No shot.
We could check right now. What's the rules on kick?
We're good.
Okay. Actually, I can just pull it up.
No, your barrel should be smooth. It's just a smooth, like, barrel thing.
Well, I know it's a smooth barrel thing. I thought right here. Big picture, please. Stop. Fine. Yeah, look. Wait, that's part of the barrel, is it not? It is. And that's a serial number right there. Serial number on the barrel, and then this is on the trigger assembly right here, right? And they're matched.
Oh, this
is definitely the barrel.
Is it on the barrel in a Glock?
Well, let's see. Glock 19.
Oh, sorry.
Come on. Yes. Look at that.
I guess I'm not thinking because the barrel includes the little the rectangle part at the end or whatever.
They put it on everything, huh? It's on the slide. It's on the barrel. I bet it's on the trigger assembly too. Because it was on the P365, right? Look. This is not the slide. That's the trigger assembly right there. So it's there. It's in 3 places. Holy fucking Toledo.
Wait, Google Glock barrel. The barrel does include the rectangular part, right?
Yeah, we look right here. Yes, that is the barrel.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not crazy and that's not like a different...
No, that's the barrel.
Just Google it. Look at it. I just want to see it. Yeah, okay, yeah, it has these things.
Yeah. Put a lot of serial numbers, but I guess you can just buy... I don't know if we should be doing this. Yeah, you can just buy this online and like have it shipped to your door. So you can buy the barrel...
Wait, we're in like a ship of Theseus thing here. There must be only one part where the serial number has to be.
I think it's the...
it's got to be the lower receiver.
The trigger assembly. That would be the lower receiver.
Okay.
Not the... Maybe it's the frame. It's the frame. That's what it is. And that's the reason that it's such a big deal that all these people are 3D printing shit. Right? Because the one piece that you're not supposed to be able to buy, the frame... They're 3D printing, and you can buy every other part of the gun.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. That's my guess. We'll We'll see if I'm right or not. But anyways, so wow, another week, another amount of interesting stuff that happened. So, okay, the woke bay in your Facebook feed as a name, Hassan. Why would he do this to me? Why would Cenk, right? It's pronounced
Cenk, that's right, yeah.
Cenk, like it's janky.
Jankety.
Jankety.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong about Trump. So you think how long until fully, what would be the word I'd use here? Inakasparian?
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I'll
6
know by
months?
New Year's. No, I understand what he's doing. The issue is that if you're not willing to play ball with people, you just get iced out of everything. This is what I'm experiencing right now. But if you're willing to play ball, you've got way more access. So he's going through the same internal confusion, or I guess external for me, that I was going through over the course of this year. Is how nice do you want to be towards evil people in order to gain access to their media platforms? And right now, Cenk is on his super nice to evil people arc. So, yeah.
A lot of times, what's the meme is results matter, right? But I think,
Is that a meme?
well, a lot of people say the ends never justify the means, right? So if the goal for you is accomplishing the ends, right, which is, I guess, having someone you feel more just in power, better elected representatives, what means will you not do to get there? Obviously not illegal means that can ruin your life, but would you deceive? Would you manipulate? Would you change your public persona? Or will you always be 100% honest, say exactly what you think at the expense of accomplishing your goal?
If you want to get into the moral theory of everything, the issue is that if you have a set of rules, the rules have to be absolute. If you're breaking the rules, then what it really means is you don't believe in those rules. There's another set of rules that you're appealing to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think, well,
So if I say I don't want any blue people coming into my store, but these two guys are cool, well, then it sounds like you're evaluating it on some other metric than just them being blue. You're either writing in exceptions or there's some other thing that you're appealing to that you just haven't made known.
Okay, well, in the case of what I think you're thinking right now is Trump shouldn't be president.
Oh, no, I'm not even. I'm just saying that that's.
But as an example, what would be the rules you would violate? So you don't obviously.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm not.
Okay.
We're not even there yet. I'm just saying that that's that we understand that, right? That if you have rules, but there's a bunch of exceptions written in, then clearly that rule's not as hard as you say it is. So the issue when people say, "Do the ends justify the means?" The reason why the ends normally don't justify the means is because usually you're smuggling in some things on the ends there that you're either not aware of or other people aren't aware of, and that's going to contaminate what your ends actually are. So, for instance, let's say that we say we really don't want Trump to be president, but we have this rule that we've made against vigilantism or political assassination. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't even go that far. What about it's just you think that it's not fair that he's tricking people?
Just a clear example. I have a rule: we don't assassinate political opponents in the United States of America, assuming all this is working, right? But for Trump, he's a really bad guy, so we're going to go and assassinate him, right? So somebody might ask you, well, do the ends justify the means? Well, for the ends, we've created a better America, blah 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 blah. But what's actually happening is you sneaking in the ends is that if I really don't like a political person for some reason, I can assassinate them. That's part of the ends that have been brought in because you've changed your rule. So the problem is you can't make changes to the rule so much so that in order to effect some end, you've now created a society that you probably don't want to live in.
So, okay, a better example maybe would be, let's say that you were going to sit down in front of 100,000 Trump voters and you're giving a speech to them, right? And one of them asks a question about Israel, and you can either give or ask a question about, I don't know, transgender rights or gay rights or whatever. And you can either give your actual authentic answer of what you think would be whatever they asked to that question, right? What's 2 + 2? You could say it's 4. Or you can say, listen, okay, I know it's stupid, but the answer, look, as much as you don't want it to be 4, it's 4, but it's good because of this. Are you going to moderate yourself when you shouldn't, or even placate them to a certain extent? Be listen, everyone kind of knows it's 3, but we have to do 4 because if we don't do 4, what happens, right? We know what happens if we say it's 3. We've tried that. We've been there. I agree with you. It should be 3, but unfortunately, we're in a situation that's 4. Let's not delude ourselves on that. So would you ever do that, or would you just always be it's 4, and then you lose a lot of these people because they're oh, this is a blue-haired liberal?
I think people look at honesty or deceitfulness on like a binary, but I think that there's a big gradient to both of these positions. So if somebody asks me my position on something, there's a huge gradient where I can represent honestly, like within this gradient, what my position is, but then you can cross that threshold and you can have like dishonesty. I think that to remain true to your values, you never want to be dishonest, but you can definitely scale back your honesty. And I think we do this all the time when we're talking to family members. The classic Thanksgiving thing comes up and mom or dad mentions like gay people are getting married now, and maybe you're pro gay marriage or whatever, but like you don't have to say anything. You could just say like, well, I don't think it's that big of a deal or whatever. That like that would be in the gradient of being truthful. You don't necessarily think it's that big of a deal. But now if you were to jump to the other and be like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't have been given the right to have gay marriage, even though that's contrary to your actual position, now you're like betraying yourself along that gradient. But there's a whole spectrum of beliefs. Like you don't have to represent the most extreme and ardent version of your argument at all points in time at every stage of your life, because you would be unemployable and you would have no friends and no family members that want to spend time with you.
Yeah, I guess that's like, it seems like maybe that's some of the stuff that Cenk is doing a little bit right now as he goes on, as he's willing to like kind of, I don't want to, he's going, it seems like beyond the acceptable window that you've given yourself as far as how you're going to explain a view. So if you say, hey, Cenk, should there be, where do you think a transgender person should go to the bathroom? He's just going to give, I think, something that may be outside of what his views were 6 months or a year ago at this point.
Sure. You just have to be aware that when you're doing stuff like this, you are both manipulating each other and you're just trying to do a better job than they are, because they know that you don't truthfully align with them. They know that you're coming on to expand your own platform, but then they're trying to use you at the same time. So it's just two people trying to out mindfuck each other. And for who's going to be more successful at that, who knows?
What happens when you just don't play the game at all, I guess, which is kind of what you're doing right now, right? Like you're playing it a little bit, but you're not playing it like these other guys. All these other guys, they play into it a very, very, very different way than you do. Become super ideologically captured, start going on all the shows, there's none of that stuff exists for the centrist world, right? There's not like, what is there? There's like
Nothing.
Bill Maher and something.
Bill Maher's not a centrist. Well, no, Bill Maher is relatively unique, I would say.
Yeah, there's no one in that space. Nobody gives a shit. There's no podcast network of like
Sam Harris is kind of like that.
Yeah, I guess so to a certain extent. But even him, he's that's still a very small voice, I think, compared to these other people, even like Tim Pool or something like that.
Well, because the other people are part of a choir and they have, it's a much harder position to be in. Your messaging's not as effective. You don't have like a whole world for these people to exist in like the other people do. Like if I tell you that CEOs probably aren't the reason why healthcare is expensive in the United States, that is a position that you hear from me. And then as soon as you leave my platform, you're going to be assaulted on all sides with people that are going to give you totally different opinions from every single level, top down of your media, and from every single person in your life, maybe. If you're listening to Tim Pool and Tim Pool tells you something about Ukraine or Russia, well, once you leave Tim Pool and you go onto your Facebook or your Twitter, there's 50 million other types of people that are reinforcing that opinion. So like it all works and it's all very synergistic.
Yeah, that's kind of... it's an interesting spot. Someone just brought up something in chat, which I think is interesting.
Wait, is that your thing or my thing?
What?
Something is making Discord noises. Sorry. Okay. No, it's my shit. I'm dumb. Go ahead.
Someone brought up something. Kyle Kulinski seems to have been going through a different phase in his life at this point, where he seems less insanely far left. It seems.
I disagree, but I know why everybody thinks that.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that everyone? Why all?
I think Kyle Kulinski is legitimately anti-Trump. I think he thinks that Trump is a hugely negative thing for the United States, and I can agree with that. But he's always thought that.
Sure.
My big issues with Kyle have always been related to foreign policy. I think his takes are some of the worst I've ever seen in the universe.
On which parts?
Everything relating to almost any foreign. He's just all like Iraq bad. So everything is like Iraq.
Iraq? Who cares about Iraq anymore?
Every single American citizen. Our foreign policy is defined by our Middle Eastern trauma.
Why isn't there more people that view Israel as the unironic, like, soldier with all the knives and things like that coming in, protecting America type of thing? Like, if Israel wasn't there, these people would be, hating U.S. first, right? Look at the Houthi flag, death to America comes first, but Israel is there right next door. Why? I mean,
it's really far away, so it doesn't feel threatening to us, number one. And then number two,
I guess Europe is also closer in that front, right?
Yeah, but even Europe is far away. We don't feel...
No, I mean, like, to them, like, they would... Yeah.
Sure. But then at the end of the day, nobody feels like the Middle East would be a threat to them. And it probably wouldn't. It would only be in, like, very detached ways, like blocking shipping or something. And then the second issue is that in a lot of people's minds, the Palestinians have successfully reframed that problem to be all Israel or the U.S.'s fault anyway. Because remember, the promise is always these issues would go away if they would just go back to Brooklyn or Europe, right?
Yeah, to Brooklyn or Europe, to Poland. What? Can we just go back to Poland and like reclaim shit? I watched some movie and apparently like if you have documents, you can just like show up and be like, yo, this is my factory. And they're like, for real? And you're like, yep, here you go. This is mine. And then like,
Sounds like you should hop over to our sponsor, LegalZoom, to reclaim your Polish. Are we sponsored by LegalZoom yet?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm just kidding.
Would LegalZoom have that the Holocaust
your Poland reclamation
Holocaust
documents?
reclamation package for 2 easy payments of $399.99? You can go and get full blueprints, the whole thing. No, but someday.